Gas fracking in West Australia. If gas fracking was allowed in West Australia, what would be the environmental impacts on the West Australian Ningaloo Reef? To be able to understand the effects of gas fracking on the Ningaloo Reef, we first need to understand what gas fracking is. Gas fracking is the process of releasing natural gas from under the Earth's surface. To be able to release the natural gas, vertical bores are drilled thousands of feet under the Earth's surface. The vertical bores are drilled through segment layers, the water table and shale rock formations. The drill then becomes horizontal with the Earth's surface, where a cement casing is put to drain the products needed for gas fracking. If gas fracking products are not strong enough to release the gas, small explosions are used to open up rock beds. What impacts does gas fracking have on the environment and the Ningaloo Reef? Gas fracking has many impacts on the environment. These include the contamination of groundwater, methane gas pollution, air pollution, contamination of soil of toxic chemicals, gas explosions, earthquakes, dumping of waste materials, and the use of lots of water in areas that doesn't have a lot of water. If gas fracking was to occur in the Ningaloo Reef, all the above impacts would impact the reef by killing it. For example, methane gas has a large impact on global warming. Global warming kills the coral in the reef by the change of the water temperature. This then would eliminate one part of the food chain, throwing the reef out of its natural cycle. So how do we protect our beautiful Ningaloo Reef? At the present time, there are no regulations to protect the air and water quality from gas fracking. Under the current Petroleum Geothermal Energy Resources Act 1967, a landowner cannot prevent gas fracking from occurring on their premises, nor does it protect from gas fracking on nature reserves and conservation estates. Nature reserves and conservation estates are established to protect the environmental and sustainability of that area, yet gas fracking can destroy this sustainability. The traditional ways of gas fracking is not environmentally sustainable. Gas fracking pollutes a lot of natural area, and the use of natural gas can only be used once. Natural gas is not sustainable energy, as natural gas is a non-renewable energy. This means that once the gas has been used, it cannot be used again and does not renew itself in a self-sufficient rate for it not to run out. This means that if we frack all the natural gas, there will no longer be this option for energy. There are many other ways in which we can produce energy without gas fracking. Some sustainable alternatives are wind, solar, and water. In conclusion, gas fracking is not environmentally sustainable, nor is it a sustainable source of energy. If gas fracking was to occur on the Ningaloo Reef, the impacts would be devastating for the community. This is because the Ningaloo Reef community relies on the tourism dollar that brings tourism to the area to view the reef. Gas fracking will not only be harmful to the environment, but also harmful to the people because of the pollutions in the air and water. These pollutions can cause cancer and problems to multiple organs in the body. Changes need to be made to the Petroleum Geothermal Energy Resources Act 1967 to protect the air and water against pollution. Landowners also need to be able to have the right to say no against gas fracking on the land. The government wants to protect the nature reserves, but also wants to protect them against gas fracking. This act was written nearly 50 years ago and needs to be updated.